You're listening to Overseas Dreams.
What's up, world? This is Overseas Dreams, the best radio show on Earth and in space. This is episode 57. I am your host, The Official Melody, and today, it's been a while.
It has.
But today, I have another poet for y'all. So get ready for some dopeness, Miss Drea B.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm glad that we finally get this opportunity.
Absolutely.
It's been a long time coming, but this was one of the you were one of the very first poets I met
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
in this area, yeah. Because backstory, we met at Japs.
Yes, on poetry night.
Wordplay Thursday at Japs, which is actually no longer at Japs. But yeah, this was like, oh gosh, March
Yeah.
of last year.
Yeah.
And you were the first person I saw.
Yes, you walked in and I was sitting right there. Yes, that is true.
And I'm looking, you're like, you here for poetry? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't start till whatever time it started.
Because I had got there apparently too early.
Way too early. But yeah, and I was like, well, can I sit here?
Yep. Like, come on, please.
I didn't even know who the host was at that point. I didn't even notice that the host was there. But yeah, you're like probably the second
Okay.
person of
good.
poet that I met in Cincinnati. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I thought that we had a bigger scene here in general.
Well, we do, but I think that was my second poetry event.
Oh, okay.
Because the first one I had been to was at Motor Pub. Last Sunday of every month. But so that was the second one I had ever been to. And the first one I had ever been to on a weeknight. I think it was Thursdays. So yeah.
And that's the one and only event I have ever been to for poetry.
Okay. I know you lying.
That's the truth.
What?
I had released this book about a month prior, and I decided to go just to see what, the scene looked like. And one and only one I've ever been to.
See? Okay. All right. Why?
I just think I don't know about it. I'm like not immersed in the poetry group in Ohio, so at all. So I just never went to another event.
I gotta shoot you some Facebook groups.
I would love that.
There's a few. There's a Poetry in Cincinnati group. There's Ohio Poets Association, which is all of Ohio, but still. And then there's another one that I think is for poetry. It's a poetry group for like Midwesterners.
Okay.
So it's got some Michigan and Indiana and stuff in there, but we got to fix that.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to fix that. Because I've absolutely I haven't been out in a minute, but I've absolutely immersed myself. Wordplay Thursdays, which we met at Japs, and then they were at Somerset.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
For a while. And then most recently they were on or at Gallery Off Fine in the basement. And I'm not sure where it is now. I haven't been keeping up with it ever since the residency ended. And then have you been to Nostalgia?
Yeah, I've been to Nostalgia.
But you ain't never been to a poetry night.
No, they're just so small at Nostalgia. So
Okay,
I try not
we
to
have
go
to
there.
talk about this. No, because I haven't been in a few months, but Nostalgia is probably, if not my favorite,
Really?
my second.
I can
And it might
understand
be my favorite because it's a whole different vibe. They got the red light going on, the red light special, you know what I'm saying? And they used to. I don't know if they still do now. The band's been kind of inconsistent, but they used to have a band behind you. So if you got up there and did a poem and you wanted them to play behind you,
Oh, that is legit.
it's vibey. And it's crazy because for a while I was like, well, I don't want them to play music behind me because I feel like it'll throw me off. It actually puts me more in the groove.
Yeah.
So now I can't do it without the music. Not in Nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's really, really dope. And Ty Victoria, shout out to Ty. She was my third poet that I interviewed, she's really, really dope host. Goodness gracious, Motor Pub. I mean, there's a whole, actually, shout out to Zeta Stew. She has one on I believe it's the third Thursday at Harriet Beecher Stowehouse.
Oh, really?
Yep. She just had one 2 days ago.
Okay.
It's dope. That's a whole thing. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen every time, but sometimes she cooks.
Oh, really?
And brings a little food. You know what I'm saying?
That'll get anybody out, right?
Yeah. It's dope. And there's some other stuff that I haven't made it to. I know last year, I haven't kept up with it this year, but I know last year, Mount Healthy, what's that? It's a coffee square mile.
Okay.
There used to be poetry on like the third Saturdays, and there used to be slams. There was a slam at Artsville every other month, and those slams were lit.
Okay.
But I think Doo-Wop ended. She had done it for like 7 years, and then for a few months, there were slams at Gallery Off Vine. I had never made it to one though, so I keep missing out. But you've been missing out
on
a
everything,
lot.
apparently,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you plugged in. I'm gonna get you
I
plugged
love
in
that.
for sure. Because there's a whole lot going on now that I can't even think about right now. Just Dave, he's a local poet, and he be doing a whole lot. He be doing karaoke nights, comedy nights, poetry nights, sipping paints with Cleo Court. It's you gotta get out.
I'm a painter too, so I'm kind of immersed in all the arts. I would absolutely love that.
You got to. I mean, it's not like, well, I don't know, I only been to one. I don't think it's like a whole canvas with somebody sitting up there naked, but it's cool. It's fun. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. So we gotta get you plugged in.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Which reminds me that now that I know you haven't been to any more, it just confirms my question that you still have not performed your poetry live.
I have not performed it at all. Yes. That is very true.
So I'm honored that you get to do that on my platform.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you. Because you were like, get up on the stage, and I was like, who?
Yeah, you. For a minute, I was like, she might. And then you didn't.
I didn't. No,
You let me get up there.
I did. And you did a great job.
I'm trying to remember what I even did.
You had one in your phone that you read.
Okay, the first one was memorized. I did too. I remember that. Yeah, you recorded me.
Yes.
You are forever on my Instagram because I think I shouted you. I don't know. Did I?
You
shout
might
you out?
have, but
If I didn't, I need to go back, find that video, and tag you in it.
okay.
Shout you out. I like to give the videographers credit.
Appreciate it.
Credit is
Was the
due.
video good?
I think so. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Say-
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've been decent about holding the camera still, so
I appreciate it. Yeah, so this is Drea B.
it's me.
Now that you get the whole backstory. But how have you been?
I've been pretty good, This was the first part of my book series, and I plan on eventually doing another one, maybe in a couple years. But yeah, it's almost 2 years old.
Shabba-doo bob.
Yeah. I pretty much do a lot of things fashion, so I stick my nose in that most of the time.
Gotcha.
So this
Understood.
this was actually accidental that I came about this.
Accidental.
I just write a lot of things down. I've done it my whole life. And just one day was like, how many of these have I written? Hundreds over the years. I was like, I should so put this in a book. And that's how we're here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you've always written poetry.
Always, since I was a kid. I would always write anything.
I'm so jealous of people that say that. Yeah, I've been writing since the 3rd grade.
As soon as I could write, as soon as I could draw.
Envious.
Yeah.
And if I remember, well, tell us the name of your book.
It is A Millennial Love Affair, Poems for the Broken.
Let's go. And if I remember correctly, your table of contents is itself a poem.
It is a hidden poem.
I remember
yes.
that part.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember what it is, but I do remember reading that.
It's a hidden poem. Yep.
That's crazy. That takes a level of creativity that I've not yet tapped into.
Oh.
Cause I don't know how did you even go? I'm sure that wasn't accidental.
It wasn't, but I wanted to have names that were just abnormal. And I said, if I'm going to do this, I might as well just make it all into a poem so that it's a little hidden poem. It is the poem, A Millennial Love Affair. So it goes into the name.
So so I'm guessing you just wrote the poem. It's like, this is the name of this one. This is the name of that one.
Well, at first, yes. And then I decided to write the actual poem and then started naming each one based off of what the poem was about.
Got you.
Yep.
I'm trying to tap into that. Because that's like a bonus poem.
Yeah, it's a bonus
that you don't even know you're getting. It's like you hit page, 132 and like, oh, it's the end of the book. And then you didn't realize you missed out on a whole poem.
Yeah.
That's
but actually,
crazy.
when you read the table of contents, somebody discovered it immediately. They're like, oh, this is a poem itself. I said, yes, it's the poem.
If you didn't tell me, I probably wouldn't have looked for it.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's really, really dope. That's wow.
I'm so glad you remembered that.
Yes, that was that was absolutely in my memory banks. So I was like, I think there was a poem in the table of contents.
Yep.
Because I thought that was really cool. I've not read a lot of poetry books, but I don't think I've run into that yet.
That makes me happy.
Before you.
Good. That makes me happy that was something that I could come up with.
Well, I like the intentionality behind it. Yeah, that's dope.
Well, thank you.
That's dope. Well, let's go ahead and get this kicked off early. You wanna read a little something from A Millennial Love Affair?
Absolutely. So the first one I think I'm going to do is called End of the Line. You all ready? Jump into it?
Listen, I'm ready, but I might, I'm snapping.
Okay,
whatnot,
snap, clap, stomp, whatever you need to do.
I probably ain't gonna do all that. If we
Just
was
in
at
case
Japs,
you have
that would be
permission.
one thing.
Right. All right, well, let's get into it then. We all in this society grow up learning about love. Some feel it at birth, others never do. We learn about it though. We conspire, live, kill, and thrive for it. And it's only just a feeling. I learned about it growing up, saw it, felt it from a couple unique, unusual sources. I searched for it, I lived to find it, and finally, I created my own. None of this was a match for a feeling I didn't know existed. Love isn't everything, but finding love where nothing to love is different. Like being in a black hole and seeing light. There was nothing to love, but everything to love. That's when I knew it was the end of the line. He was my end, my beginning, my errors, my flaws exposed. He was the source of my soul's desires, my heart's pain, and my mind's disgust. I hate him and desire him with my whole being. I'd light him on fire and watch without helping, but will give a piece of my soul to see his smile. I'd stab him and laugh, but give him the last drop of water in the desert. I'd kill him myself, but will protect him against a rapture. I finally reached the end of my love life, a place where I was happy being unhappy, where I'd cry for a year just to have one day of his bliss. That was when I knew he was the one. I didn't question that fact, but I exhausted all reaches. I gave anything and everything I could. It never made it out of situationship. I stood on an elevator with another bride's bouquet, staring at my reflection, and all I could see was him staring back. Dying was easy. Living without him was the real challenge, because where can you go past the end?
Wait a minute. You said I was happy being unhappy.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Ooh.
Yep.
I was happy being unhappy. That's crazy.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna ask what inspired that poem. I could probably conjure up in my mind.
Yeah, a little bit. You can probably figure that out, right?
So, what would you say is your style? Like, because when I hear that, I don't like have a set cadence in my mind. It's just raw, very to the point, but you still have like those clever lines.
Yeah.
Like what is your writing what is your thought process when you're writing?
Well, all of these, like I said, were just things that I wrote down and they would just kind of flow out. I am a big fan of Robert Frost, and Robert Frost had some rhymes, but a lot of it was just very deep thoughts. So I kind of modeled my style after his poems.
Okay. Wow. So it's because it sounds like you were just journaling one night, and I don't know, like that's
kind of how it started. Yeah. And I went through and kind of cleaned up some of the lines and put pauses where I think that, it'll show the most emotion. But yeah, right. This is pretty much, these are literally pieces of my soul in this book.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, thank you.
I was happy being unhappy.
Ooh. And exactly, right? Because I actually went to an event at my school where we just had like a pop-up shop for Black people. And I was like, I'm going to put my book out instead of anything fashion. I'm going to actually, try. I sold a lot of books. People would come up and just start reading one line, and one lady just closed the book so slow. And she put it down and she was like, not today. She said, that was deep. And then walked away and came back and was like, that was deep. And then walked away again.
Wow. Did she buy it?
No.
Oh.
She said, not today. This is Poems for the Broken, you all.
Wow. How long did it take? I know you said you had a collection of that stuff. So I would say, what time frame of the poems that you wrote are in there?
This is from my entire 20s.
Okay. Wow.
Yep, the course of my entire 20s. So this is about a 10-year time frame.
Ooh. That's okay. And how many poems are in the book?
It is 40.
Wow.
40 poems.
Oh,
yep.
You weren't playing.
And this is just a chunk of them. Like I said, I had hundreds of these. And I was like, some were happy, some were sad. This is the sad book, as I call it, the Poems for the Broken. Gotcha. And then the other one would be, Poems for the Lovers.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yep. The happy book.
Yeah. I'm a lover. Y'all know that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You said in a couple years.
I started it already. I started
I'm about to say,
last year. Yeah.
Are we working on this book now?
Somewhat slowly, but I definitely did start it. I need to get my illustrations and stuff for the front because I think my illustrations is a big part of it. Yep. Like this one's like blue and saddish, and then the other one's going to be very vibrant and
yellow and orange.
Yes, exactly. Gotcha. You catch my drift. Yep.
Gonna be some Roy Ayers. Everybody loves the sunshine. Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be about life in general, lessons learned over the 10 years that weren't sad. Some of these sad moments teach you so many things in your regular life. So your happy life.
Is there a certain era? I know you said that took up your 20s. Is there a certain era for the Lovers book?
I think it's going to be a lot of, let's just say from 25 to now.
Okay.
So basically 8 years.
That's cool.
And it'll be things that I've learned and happy moments.
So when you're putting these books together, are you thinking of a number in mind, or you're just like, when it feels done, I stop?
That's exactly what happens. I was like, okay, this is enough. I said, I took I guess you'd say the most, sad ones and put them in. I was like, this is enough of them. I think this will complete it.
Got you. Okay. Well, congratulations. I know I told you that probably like a year and a half ago, but
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Again. All right, y'all, don't go anywhere. We're about to go into this next track by Tyler Daly. Y'all know I love Children of Zeus. This is just half of that duo. But y'all be sure not to go anywhere. You are still tuned in to the best radio show on Earth and in space. Keep it locked.
All right, this next poem is called The End of My Bucket List. Time is a funny thing. Or is what is funny, the way you remember how you spent it. For 9 years I spoke, laughed, joked, flirted, and pretended. I never thought about reality as it was, all just a dream. A dream I never expected to come true. I met you on a whim, and it was a release. Whenever I was sad, whenever I was mad, you seemed to be there. Through my breakups, through my traumas, I would on occasion reach out just to feel something else. wanted, needed, and adored. When I realized it was becoming real, it was going to become a memory instead of a fantasy, I panicked. When I saw you, I felt the same as I did over text, except a new emotion appeared. You were really a stranger who I didn't actually know. You were someone who would now tell me how imperfect I was. Someone who I would now have anxiety about. Another person to leave. I told myself the day I met you in person, I knew I would be ready. For reality, for commitment, for the bullshit to end. What an experience. To have fun for fun's sake wasn't something I was into. But I had to do it to say that I did it. Detachment from the fantasy was like a fall. But when I got up, I was stronger. To know that I had finally reached the end, it was a lot to look at. To know I would need to be less independent, less structured, less combative, less truthful. It was a hard pill to swallow. To be a wife, to be a mother, to have a family. One, I'm just a part of, not leading. To know that this was the norm and it was now my future. I thought settling was about not getting what you want. But settling is understanding. Your wants aren't what will fulfill you. And the thing that does isn't something you want, but something you need. And with that, I write my last check mark off my bucket list, the most beautiful one of them all.
So wait. So what? Okay, what was the name of that poem?
The end of the line.
So what was that thing on the bucket list?
Oh, sorry, the end of my bucket list.
Okay.
So the reason, you want to know a little bit of synopsis about that one?
Yeah.
So this one was actually, there was a guy that I was kind of talking to for years, like 8 years. And we just literally, basically a pen pal. We would talk about all different kinds of things, right? And I knew that when I finally met this person, that I would actually have to let go of all the fantasies and that I would be ready to jump into that, role of being a family and things like that. So I say the check mark off my bucket list, it was really him, but it was also me being like, all right, it's time to grow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having fun for fun's sake.
It's something I really don't do.
Listen, I feel it. I feel it from both sides,
Yeah.
I think it depends on my age at this point.
Yeah.
But, it's like, we're just having fun.
Yeah, for fun's sake.
I need to take inspiration from you.
Really?
Yes, because I like how you just write.
Yeah.
And you're just honest with your emotions and your thoughts in that moment. I'm assuming you're writing and you're not pre-thinking this is going to turn into a poem.
That's exactly the truth. Yes.
I have a hard time with that.
Really?
Even if I decide to just journal one day, I never was a journaler. So if I'm just writing to get my feelings out for that day, I had a bad day or whatever, in the back of my mind, I'm like, can I turn this into a poem? I don't know. Sometimes I can shake that and I could just write, and then it ends up coming out poetic anyway. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes I feel like it has to turn into a poem, and I have to talk myself out of it.
Okay.
It's a trap that I put myself into.
I would say, what would I say to get you to stop doing that? Have you ever just decided to speak your thoughts instead of writing them down? Like record voice messages?
And I do that regularly, just not with my feelings. I do it with ideas, but you know what?
Because then you're just going to talk about what you feel and think at that moment without pre-planning because it's premeditated when you write. But when you speak, a lot of times it's just what you feel. And then you can record it and then transcribe it into text.
See? Yeah. That's exactly what I need to do.
Try and see if it works.
It's crazy. I do it already. Mm-hmm. Just not with how I'm feeling in the moment. Okay. That's perfect.
Yeah,
And you've just always done it that way.
always.
Wow.
So I might go back through the poem, or if I was going to put it in and make it into a poem, I go back through and change the wording, sometimes make it rhyme a little bit and give it a little bit more context. But yeah, I just write my thoughts down.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I've trapped myself into that mode when I started doing open mics. I think before I was doing open mics, I wasn't thinking about anybody hearing it. I didn't want anybody to hear my stuff. And so it was like, I say I write for me, but let's be real.
Right.
I write to perform it at some point. Whereas before open mics, I literally was just writing for me. Nobody was ever supposed to see it. Nobody was ever supposed to hear it. It's personal. Like, even if it's not personal, it's still personal. So I think I trapped myself when I started, not saying it's a bad thing, but I've done it so much now that certain things I can write and automatically see myself up there. And it's like, ooh.
Yeah. Nobody was supposed to hear any of this.
Well, the world is hearing
right?
it today.
So that's exactly where, I go with that. It's like I write these things down and I was like, I said there has to be somebody out there who feels like they're alone in this like heartbreak situation. So just know you're not alone. That's actually what I think I put on the end of my book.
I get that. I mean, I kind of have a similar setup. It's turning into a book now, but it wasn't. It was just a challenge for myself. And if you're listening, I have said this on other episodes, so you're just gonna have to hear it again. But I went through a couple months in 2023. I was not writing. I didn't have any ideas. People would give me prompts. It wasn't working. And since then, I've realized I don't always do well with external prompts. Sometimes they just have to come from me. But they would give me prompts. It wasn't working. It was actually one night. Shout out to Poetry in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It was a wordplay Friday at this bar. And because I would force myself to get up there every time, because I was like, I have to. It's therapeutic for me. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just picked a poem. And I did it. And I wasn't happy afterwards. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't like this. And so I wasn't writing for a few months. And one day I'm driving down 95 and the idea comes to me of a challenge to write a poem for each of the 50 states.
Okay.
Using the state's primary nickname and the state name itself. And it doesn't have to be about the state. I just have to use those elements.
Okay.
So for Missouri, I have to say Missouri. I have to say Show Me State. If I want to use a secondary nickname, I can. But I have to use the name and the primary nickname in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so it really was just a challenge. And I gave myself a time frame because this was like September. I didn't start for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, I need to be done by December 31st. And it was September 27th. And that was the day I started. I was like, I need to start now.
Okay.
So I'm writing 50 poems in like 96 days. I do not write that frequently. And so I did finish on December 31st, 2023. But I'm performing some of them. I didn't write them to perform, but I did start performing some of them. And I hadn't told anybody that I was thinking about putting into a book. It came to me like halfway through. And somebody was like, you should put these into a book. And I'm just like,
I agree.
I never told anybody I was thinking that.
Right.
But like you said, I won't say nobody was supposed to hear them. I knew I was going to perform some of them, but it wasn't supposed to become a book. It's still not yet, technically. Waiting on the cover art. But it was not supposed to be put out there.
Okay.
Some of them, and I have them themed. Some of them are social justice issues. Some of them are for the lovers and friends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some are religious. And then some that don't fit any of them, just miscellaneous.
I can't wait to read this.
Depends on the nickname of the state. Like I think Wisconsin is America's Dairyland. That's one of those miscellaneous ones.
No, seriously.
Because I'm like, I don't. That was one of the last poems I wrote. Because I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. But I had to force myself.
And you did it.
And I talked about, you know, the vegans and vegetarians and the dairy eaters and the real cheese, the fake cheese, and all of that.
So funny.
But so I definitely get it, and I need to get back to a challenge for myself, but pretty regularly. And sometimes it's not even that I feel like I'm gonna perform it, but because I feel like it needs to be a poem, I'm subconsciously trying to be clever. I'm like, you gotta stop that. Because when I try to be clever, it's horrible.
It has to come out naturally.
It has to. I'm like, just be honest, just right. And then I may quit because ain't nothing coming to me. So I do need to get more into journaling.
Yeah.
I was never a Dear Diary kind of person.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, what made you start journaling in the first place? Like, you just wanted to get your feelings out as a kid? Like, my mom made me mad and told me to clean my room and I'm gonna write about it.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Is that real?
Kinda.
Okay.
So, I don't have parents, and my childhood was really rough, and I really didn't have people to depend on ever. So I think that it was a way for me to talk to myself and make myself feel the validation and the comfort, and also to keep track of it. So, like, one thing I do is I go back through my journals and read where I was mentally and see where I am now, and that will give you a sense of validation, like, oh my gosh, I'm better, or you'd be like, I'm in the same position.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started.
Okay. So that was basically your therapist that didn't talk back to you.
Yes, I was my own therapist.
Wow. And look where you are now. You got a whole book out.
Yeah, and I'm still my own therapist. I still do this.
No, I get it.
Still today,
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
But it helps you. It helped me be, like, really aware of my feelings.
That makes sense.
It was really nice to be able to identify when I feel things and what it is.
Okay. Y'all be sure not to go anywhere. We gonna be back with Drea B. We about to get into this next track. Keep it locked. Welcome back to Overseas Dreams. I'm still your girl, the official Melody. She's still your girl, Drea B.
Show is.
So, one thing I didn't ask you at the beginning that I'm learning things about you while we break is, who is Drea B and what does Drea B stand for?
Well, of course, it's me.
Because I'm learning all about your creativity.
Yeah, I just tried to come up with, I really go by Drea Labelle. Usually, and that's my business name for fashion.
Patti LaBelle?
Yes, with the last Drea Labelle, but most people call me that. But I just said I'm going to actually use my real name, which is Andrea, but I just took the Drea part and then put B, which is the initial of my last name.
Okay. So outside of poetry, what you be getting into?
Fashion, really. Just I do a lot of fashion. I design for other businesses. I design for individuals who are just looking for certain pieces. I put out collections for myself. Just anything fashion related, I am tackling.
What made you get into that?
It actually started when I was a kid. Another one of those things.
There we go.
Look at you, I know, right?
Doing everything as a kid. I'm a little jealous.
So, I ended up seeing one of my sisters that I hadn't seen in a very, very long time. And I think this was like my first time seeing her since I was like 4 years old. So I was somewhere around 16.
Ooh.
And she walked up and she had on this patent turquoise pair of pumps. And she was so stylish. And at that moment, my entire style changed. It's crazy how just seeing something like that can completely change your trajectory. I never thought about fashion before then. After that, I started to change my wardrobe and try to find things that made me feel like I was gonna be myself. And I put things together, and I would customize shoes, anything I can get my hands on to try to, put what I felt inside on the outside. And somebody was like, you should sell those. And that's kind of how it started. I got into fashion. Come to find out, my grandma was the first person in North Carolina to start her own, first black woman to start her own sewing business. The first sewing business, yeah, in North Carolina.
What part of North Carolina?
Charlotte.
Bet.
Yeah. So, I mean, apparently it was in my blood this whole time because I touched the sewing machine and I immediately know how to do it.
Wow.
So that's kind of how it came to be. I have been drawing and writing since I was a kid. So I used to draw like cheerleading costumes and things like that. So I had an interest and didn't know what it was until I seen my sister.
Wow. That's so you just okay. So you like me. You just whatever it is, it's gonna be creative. It's coming out.
For sure.
I like that. That's dope. Now, I already forgot what you said it's called.
My business?
No, the fashion for video games.
Yes, it's just fashion design for video games.
How does that work?
So a lot of programmers come up with characters, but they don't know how to come up with certain outfits. So they'll hire a fashion designer to find or give them motivation to figure out what to put on the characters. So let's say that you want to put, for example, I play a lot of Zelda personally.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Breath of the Wild.
Okay,
Ain't gonna lie to you. Like yeah, I even have the new one.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes,
I've seen it. I think it looks more repetitive than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's too much.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way too much.
I like the little hand though.
Yes. Yes, that is kind of cool.
You
but
be
it's
looking
just
at
too
what
much.
Link's wearing is like,
So they have a bunch of different outfits, even on Zelda, different ones that talk about the powers. And so somebody designed all those outfits, and it's most likely a fashion designer.
I would have thought it was a concept artist. That's cool though.
They can come up with concepts, but a lot of times they still need a designer to give them, what fabric should this be? Like, how should it flow with this fabric? Textiles, all that thing comes from the fashion designer. Because let's say you get a wool sweater and it's blowing like it's a flowy dress. It doesn't make any sense.
That's way deeper than I would think.
It's so complex.
Wow. That's crazy. Because I'm just thinking, oh, well, it's a game. I'm not thinking about how the clothes are blowing in the wind, but I guess if you know the material and how it's supposed to operate,
yes.
You can. Wow.
For highly detailed video games, they hire fashion designers. Yep.
Do you have any ideas on how Link could look better?
I would say, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of stuff that they have is so detailed. It's impressive. One thing I would say about Zelda is they don't make them talk, but they have details in everything else. Like the wind even blows the grass with the outfit in the same direction. Like, it's crazy the detail in these games.
I need to be more attentive when I'm watching or playing these games.
You'd be surprised.
So you have an extreme eye for detail.
I do, which ties into fashion.
But you know what? That makes sense though, because I mean, you're very intentional with your writing, even if you're not aiming for a poem. Just the table of contents being a poem itself is like what? Like, it's like you pour yourself into everything you do.
I would say so. I try. Yeah.
That's really dope. That's
Thank
really,
you.
really dope. I do have a request. I didn't before, but I do now. Can you just read the table of contents?
Yeah.
Or is there a name to it, or is it just called table of contents?
Nope. It's called A Millennial Love Affair. It's the name of the book. I made that part into the poem.
Okay.
Aren't you ready?
I'm ready. Go for it.
All right. A millennial love affair. Being heartbroken is the only way I feel. Let's be real. How do you kill hope? Or keep it? Or kill him? I underestimate your value. Or I overestimated mine. As I see the truth, and I still see it to the end, because I don't quit when I need to. And I thrive in the unknown. Be realistic to reality. End of the line. It's futuristic when it's not real, and one day it just clicks. That control is a myth. There it went, another loveless adult in my life. My hopes, my wants. Sorry, turn the page.
Good.
All right. The breaking point. Understanding yourself. Understanding acceptance without letting it harden you. To see the details that make you breathe. And see the side of you couldn't undo. For fake perfection is just acting. And to lie in pain makes us resilient. In a soul's identity, you find you need nothing but to be empty. So, this won't repeat itself. The end of my bucket list.
Okay. I know what just crossed my mind. So, not that his titles go together, but and his are way longer. It reminds me of Andre 3000's latest Flute
Oh yeah, his flute. I
album.
actually really like that one.
Not that it like the titles don't make a lyric or anything, but like there's just so like this is what it is. The title of this is what I was thinking, and y'all just gonna get it.
Yeah,
I like that though. That's man. I need to draw some inspiration from you for real.
well, I would love to have you do that.
I'm so serious. Now I've grown. Because back in the day, like high school, college, I had to have a title for everything. It had to. And I would force them. Now I would say half or less than half of my poems have titles. I don't even care. Now, if I'm putting it in a book, I'll give it a title.
Right.
Or if I'm submitting it for somebody else to publish and something like that, I'll give it a title. But otherwise, I titled it by the date that I wrote it, the date that I started it.
Yeah.
And that's it. 9/17/23.
Right.
So I guess how did I know you journal. So let's say you came home one night, you decided to journal. When you put them all in your book, I'm assuming you didn't have any titles.
None. They were just things that, like you said, they had dates because I normally do it on my phone. So they were all notes. Hundreds and hundreds of notes.
So you never write, right?
No, I do write, but not like this way. All these were just all in note form in my phone.
Do you have a preference? A phone or a laptop or a notebook?
I honestly prefer to write by hand, but because I do this wherever I am, that's how the notes came to be. It's most convenient.
That makes sense. I get that. I think it depends on how I'm feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm a notebook person. I feel like it flows better for me. I used to keep my notebook in the car because you never know.
Yeah.
Inspiration hasn't hit like that. But I remember when I was in high school, I was strictly a computer person. Type. I could do it faster. Like I can do it on my phone faster. If I have jumbled up thoughts, I can get them out faster if I type it. But if I'm just sitting with my thoughts, it's probably better for me to get that notebook out. Makes sense though.
I tend to keep notebooks with me, but I don't always want to write in them. I think especially when I'm upset, I hold that pencil for dear life and then my fingers are sore. So I just end up typing it out because then when you're typing, you can get that. Yeah, yeah, you're typing all fast. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're gonna take one more break and then we'll be back with Drea B or Drea Labelle. Y'all don't go anywhere. Keep it locked.
All right. So this poem is called "And I Thrive in the Unknown." Excitement tops my anxiety, medicating a problem that my mind and heart create. Focus has been non-existent since I saw you. Intricate moments play in my head. Try to relive and re-understand why we got here. Not how, but why. I find asking why to be pointless. When and where are more forgiving. Why is brutal and only brings disappointment. I'm tired though. At least some part of me is. Which part? I'm not sure. I just feel the residual effects. Dire, unaliving, incomprehensible effects. Move me. Whichever part of you is movable. I feel stationary without you.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so see, I know you're journaling, and I have to get that through my head. So I want to be like, what is your thought process on ending? Like, how do you start it and how do you end it? But if you're just like writing, then you're just like, I'm done.
Yes, I think when I went, so a lot of these, some of these were together, and I split them up into pieces.
Really?
Yeah. So I tried to end some on a cliffhanger because I want somebody to take those thoughts that you felt into your own life and it take you on a journey on your own thoughts. So that's why I do some cliffhanger poems where that last line is like,
Okay. How many poems are in there that you split up?
I'm going to say about 3 or 4 of them.
Okay. Or do you ever combine poems?
No, actually, I haven't done that. I think I've split them up depending, because sometimes I start with a thought and then end with a thought.
Gotcha.
So I just split it up, but I have not actually put 2 together.
Okay. You try that one time.
Well, one time I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
It's going to be happy and it's going to be sad by the end.
Oh, wow. Poems for the lovers and the heartbroken.
Exactly, right?
Okay. This was up, though. So that's a split poem.
Yes, the shorter ones tend to be the split poems.
Okay. Is the other poem that you split it from in the book?
That I'd have to look through and
okay.
Yeah, I'd have to look through and figure out if it's in here. Because like I would just take apart, like I'm gonna put that here. Yeah.
Got you. What is your process like when you finally get them together? Like, hey, these are book poems. What is your process on ordering them?
Actually, I did the ordering before I even put the book together. Because I know that sounds crazy, but I went through all my notes and I kind of ordered them by what the emotion was behind it. So I would say, okay, that one's too heavy. It's not going in there. I threw them all in there. And then I was like, you know what? This kind of flows this way based off of what it says.
Got you.
And then I was like, okay, so you're going to go first. And then if I read something, I'm like, I don't want the viewer to see this version of emotion yet. I'm going to move it to the back.
Okay. So you try to like give it a little transition.
Yeah. If I had to read them, I'm like, okay, I think I will put these in the book. See how it flows.
Okay. And then you wrote a poem with the table. I'm not going to get over that.
I'm so glad that you like that, really.
I'm not going to get over it. I know people do it, but you're the first person I've met to do it.
Yeah.
Personally. So yeah, that definitely stuck with me all this time. That's cool though.
Thank you.
That's cool. So outside of your next book, the book for the lovers, you have any other poetic plans, especially for 2026 is upon us. Actually, 2026 is here because if you're listening to this, it is January.
Right.
So any plans for the year? I don't know if you make like resolutions or anything.
I actually don't do that anymore. I've learned,
I feel it.
like I've kind of gotten to looking at Buddhism principles about not attaching to ideas of things and letting things flow. So, and I try to also put that through my poetry where it just flows, you know. So I said, I think about 2 years ago, I stopped making New Year's resolutions. I just know if I do come out with another book outside of this, it'll be stuff about just real life, things that I want people to resonate with and take it to their own lives. Like I'm not alone. That's kind of my motto is you're not alone.
Okay, I feel that. All right, tell you what, I got a resolution for you.
Okay.
You gonna get out to these poetry events and stop playing.
At least one, right?
One a month.
Okay. You know what? I can actually make that goal.
One a month.
That's a goal, not a resolution. How about that?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Now let me ask you this. Once you get out more, do you ever, it doesn't have to be from that book, just whatever, do you ever plan or desire to perform any of your poetry?
I don't have a desire for it, no.
Okay, fair.
Will it happen? I mean, a shot tequila too much? Who knows? You know? Who knows?
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would love to make a deal with you, but I feel like you ain't gonna do it.
You know what? I appreciate that you know my limits when it comes to this.
So I'm just, it's okay. At least you put it out there though.
Yeah.
it'd be different if you just kept it all in and didn't release a book, didn't perform, didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But you put it out there, so I gotta give you credit for that.
Yeah. And I still like even go to like little events. I try to do any type of black pop-up shop and I'll sell some books. And a lot of people seem to like it. Just I've gone all over the place.
That's what's up. So where can people find the book?
So you can find it on my website, which is Drea Labelle, DreaLabelle.net or .com. And you can also find it on Amazon. You just search it by either Drea B or A Millennial Love Affair.
Bad. And how much is it?
It's $13.
That's practically
if you want a paperback,
free.
and if you have a Kindle, you can actually read it for free.
Listen, see, y'all ain't got no excuse.
No.
Okay, bad.
Yep.
Now I'm assuming you're self-published.
I am self-published, yes.
Okay, that's what's up. You plan on doing that for the next one?
Oh, for sure.
I feel that.
Yeah, for sure. It's
I
hard, but yes.
Yeah. It's it's a process.
It is. I had to learn how to structure it, and that was the biggest part, is understanding how to structure. So I was like, I was like, forget this. I almost quit.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then one day I was bored on the computer and was like, did I just figure this out?
Well, I'm guessing you used Amazon KDP.
Yes, but I used Word to try to transfer it into KDP. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I probably need to go back through and put my poems in Word because I still am not approved for global distribution on my ebook because it's looking for certain things that I don't have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm still learning.
That's how it goes.
I didn't go through Amazon though. It's on Amazon, but I just there's a master poet, I call him LJ Bowen, shout out. I think that was episode 40. Y'all go back and listen to it. In Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he uses Lulu, and I think there was another poet that uses Lulu. So I was like, well, at the time, all I knew was Lulu.
Right.
So it's like, I'm gonna give it a chance. I haven't heard any bad things. I have heard iffy reviews on Ingram Spark. I don't think I've heard anything bad about Amazon KDP. I couldn't figure out how to get into it. So I said, I'm gonna stick with Lulu.
The structure is very complex. I was gonna hire a publisher, a person to go through the book and structure it for me, but they were taking too long. I said, I don't have time for this. You taking like 4 months. I'll just do it myself.
Listen, much respect to the ones that don't self-publish. That costs the money that I don't want to spend.
Okay.
But I'm not knocking the hustle. People got to make money. I'll publish a book for you for a fee.
Right.
It ain't gonna be an arm and a leg, but I do it for a fee.
Okay.
But extra respect for those who self-publish.
Well, thank you.
Cause that's a process, and you got to do your own promotion and stuff.
For sure.
That's where I struggle. I'm not good at promoting myself. But you're a fashion designer, so.
I just kind of I put on my extrovert shoes and socks, okay? Because I'm really introvert. I just do what I have to do. And honestly, this book was I didn't do it for money. I did it for joy. And surprisingly, I did make money on it. But I put it out there. Read this. This is for, like I said, I look at it as for other people. You're not alone.
Your priorities are in the right place.
I appreciate it.
So, yeah. I feel like the moment we start doing it for money, it's like, do you really love what you do?
Do you really love it? Yeah.
Or you're just trying to make a buck.
Right.
Addie K. Well, I appreciate you. Y'all go look up A Millennial Love Affair by Drea Labelle.
Yeah, but it's Drea B.
Well, Drea Labelle is the website.
Yep, Drea Labelle is the website.
Drea B. On Amazon or her website, .net or .com.
Or .com. I got both.
She bought both.
I sure did.
I ain't mad at it. I need to talk to you about websites anyway. I might need to. I do too much. I might need to go ahead and invest in myself.
I would definitely say so.
That's hard for me.
Well, I'll help you.
I'm cheap. I'm frugal.
Well, you can do this frugally.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all it took, huh?
Yeah. And I need to invest in myself.
Okay, yeah.
Well, shout out to you for investing in yourself.
Absolutely, thank you.
Selling 1 million copies.
One day.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, appreciate you.
Yeah,
right?
million copies, #1 seller on Amazon.
Absolutely, having people feel their emotions instead of putting them under
and then the next time that they read a book by hers, they'll be in a healthy relationship and they'll read that one and be like, oh, she's writing about me.
Or even just in a happy place in life in general, you know?
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. I appreciate you for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's a long time coming, but
I mean, seriously.
Y'all, I was supposed to interview this girl a year and a half ago.
See, what had happened was
But she got locked out
I got
the
locked
IG.
out of my IG, and I had no other contact information for you.
I know.
But we're here today. Okay?
Exactly. You know, the timing was probably better.
Okay.
It happens. But I appreciate you joining me for real.
Absolutely.
Y'all go check out Drea B, A Millennial
Please
Love Affair.
do.
And be on the lookout. She coming out with another book in about a year or two. Don't forget about her.
Yeah, don't forget about me now.
But y'all be sure to tune in next month and every month on Farside TV and all their platforms. And also check out the other shows that they got, because they got dope ones. I have been your lovely host, the official Melody with Drea B. This is Overseas Dreams, episode 57, the best radio show on earth and in space. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Peace.
You're listening to Overseas Dreams.